What I'm about to show you is a real-life video of someone during the actively dying phase. The actively dying phase is usually a few hours to a few days before someone dies. Okay, so why am I showing you this stuff? If you guys aren't familiar with me, I'm a hospice nurse, and I'm a death and dying educator, and I'm trying to change the way we look at death and dying through education. So many people have watched their loved ones die on hospice, thinking they suffered or thinking they experienced this horrific death, when in reality, they just went through what's the normal part of death and dying. And we just don't know it's the normal part of death and dying because we never see it. So I want to show it. I want to show it here on TikTok. I have found that these types of videos help decrease fear through education. These are not my patients. I have gotten legal and written permission by families to show these videos for educational purposes. I'm going to give you a huge trigger warning before I show the video. This video is a woman who is actively dying, and I want you to pay attention to her mouth, pay attention to what you hear, and pay attention to how she looks like she's breathing. All of these things are normal and to be expected at the end of life. Then after the video, we'll discuss. So trigger warning, here is the video. Now, the first thing you probably noticed was what you heard. What you heard is called terminal secretions, and that happens in almost everybody at the end of life. This is not fluid coming from her lungs. This is just secretions that are gathering in her mouth, and her body is no longer unconsciously swallowing them. And because her mouth is open and she's breathing through her mouth, it's creating like a wet or gurgly noise. Totally normal, totally okay. You can tell she looks very relaxed. Also, her mouth is hanging open because our muscles right here are relaxed, and it takes muscles to actually close our mouth. At the end of life, they're so relaxed, our mouths will hang open. And I'm sure you noticed her tongue moving as well. All very, very normal. I blocked her eyes out just to have some privacy, but you would have seen that her eyes were a little open as well, because it actually takes muscles to keep your eyes shut. So at the end of life, people's eyes are usually open, but they're not conscious or looking at you. And lastly, the way she was breathing, all very normal. End of life changes in breathing, all very normal, not hurting the person. It's a truly biological and metabolic response to this body slowly shutting down. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Don't forget to like and follow for more death and dying education. Let's change the way we look at death and dying and decrease fear.